Alright guys, welcome back to Above Ground World News. This is the 16-day forecast. We're going to have to jump into a lot of these articles right off the bat so I can get them closed up. Looks like our stream already is lame. We just got hit with a freak storm. I was surprised that we're even able to get going right now. So anyway, we're going to jump right in. Let me pause this right here. So here we go. Here's a company called Ice Crystal Engineering. You can get your equipment here. Designed for harsh aircraft flight conditions and proven in the field on numerous operations and research programs around the globe. You can order custom parts and engineering. How about burn-in-place flare rack? Supply flare racks will accommodate types of ice and burning flares. The rack is constructed of aircraft quality streamlining tubing that reduces aerodynamic drag. How about the ejectable flare rack? You know, that mounts on the bottom of your aircraft, your geoengineering aircraft. Rack capacity 102 flares, electrically fired using electromechanical components. Flight proven durability. How about the ground-based flare tree? Look at that damn thing. The ground-based boy, I can't talk tonight. The ground-based flare tree is designed to hold 108 flares per tree. They can either be fired manually or remotely. The tree can be daisy chained to allow extended capacity. More weather engineering tools right here. Phone number 701-428-9882. Get your cloud seeding flares. Do some ice nucleation. How about talking about ice? Let's go over here to Idaho. Winter recreation. The Idaho Power harvesting the storm. Idaho Power uses injections of silver iodide from ground-based towers and flares on modified aircraft to coax winter storm to produce more snow. Let's see what he says here. If it'll play. Hell, it may not play. I haven't listened to this, so I don't know what it's going to do here. Is it going to... Oh, here we go. How about the sound? Wow, there's no sound.
A minute and it'll change. Only Mother Nature can change the weather, but we can modify it a bit through cloud.
Only Mother Nature can change the weather. We can only modify it. Huh. I thought all this was a conspiracy. This just come out. This just come out on the 19th. Let's go on.
Cloud seeding. How does it work and why do we do it?
Basically, in the atmosphere, there's liquid water that flows by. In a wintertime storm system, there's a lot of solid called supercool liquid water that passes over top the mountain. By introducing silver iodide to the cloud, it's an ice nuclei. And what this does is it teaches the water how to freeze. Once it comes in contact with the...
You're teaching the water how to freeze. You know, it's funny how they like try to make it sound all warm and fuzzy. Well, kind of cold on this one. All right, let's go on.
Super cool liquid water. It actually starts a ice crystal growth or a snowflake. By introducing more of these into the cloud, you get more snowflakes and therefore more snow.
Idaho Power has 26 cloud seeding generators. 11 in the...
26 cloud seeding generators. Land-based cloud seeding generators, ladies and gentlemen. They're admitting to seeding the storms. I thought it was a conspiracy. Huh.
Payette region and 15 in eastern Idaho. Portable generators are set up in the fall and removed in late spring. Brandel Glenn designs, maintains, and operates the ground-based generators. Designing the generators has been a challenge for him.
And really the main goal was kind of three parts. One, I wanted the towers to be entirely freestanding, meaning that we didn't have to disturb the ground at all. We didn't have to set concrete blocks. We didn't have to set guy wires. We didn't have to do anything like that. The other was just to simplify the tower, reduce the total number of bolts, reduce the total number.
Haven't we been talking about the cell phone towers? I wonder if you really looked at these towers and looked at all the cell phone towers. I wonder if the same kind of technologies on the cell phone towers.
Parts kind of drive the costs way down. And then the third one was I really wanted the generator to be operable in terms of setup and teardown by a crew of 2 in a single pickup truck.
You know, for quick moving it. Let's move it from here. They're watching us. They're filming us. Let's hurry up. Let's take it down. Let's move it to some other hillside. So there you go. There's 100% proof that the Idaho Power Company is harvesting the storms. They're using, you know, ground-based cloud seeding technologies. This will be in the description here. I think I forgot to put them in there. Here, I'll put them in right now so we don't forget. Let me copy that. Oh, I never deleted the last ones. Okay. Here, I'll do it later at the end of the show. Spare the waste of time here. All right, here we go. Mayor Poe fouls climate in Honolulu. This come out today. Mayor Lawrence Poe's trip to the U.S. Conference of Mayors meeting in Honolulu required him to virtually leave the country by flying to the Pacific island outside the continental United States. The global warming impact for the 99,200 mile round trip by commercial airline calculates to 2.1 metric tons of carbon dioxide, according to the online calculations. A recent study from scientists at the Institute of Atmospheric Physics in Germany concludes that aircraft engines leave behind a trail of exhaust vapors and soot particles that warm the climate far more than CO2. These dirty emissions are found to create artificial cirrus clouds that warm the atmosphere by trapping the heat. This was a bulletin from June 2019. Contrails cirrus have contributed to more warming the atmosphere than all CO2 emitted by aircraft since the start of aviation. I've been pounding that for a long time, and now they're coming out with it. All the aircrafts need to be grounded. That's how you stop the climate change. This is the #1 cause of climate change. This is the climate change. It's all climate control. You think they're going to stop these planes? No. They're going to keep on spraying us from the ground, spraying us from the planes, spraying us from the ships, using all the cloud ionizers and all the other tools. What's the best way to stop this climate change? Well, planting billions of trees. They did it over in India, and it actually helped their air. Of course, they used slave labor. I mean, they planted like, I don't know, it was like 20 million or billion trees they planted like in a real short amount of time. But instead of planting trees, they're wiping out the rainforest. They're clearing the land. They're clearing the land in Australia. They're clearing the land in the rainforest. This will never work. They won't do it. We had an explosion Friday morning at the main Madison Gas and Electric substation in Madison, Wisconsin. Governor Terry Evers to declare a state of emergency and activating the National Guard. That's never good when they activate the Guard. The transformer explosion caused panic throughout the downtown area of the state's capital as windows violently shook. Flames engulfed the electrical substation. Multiple fire crews trucks were dispatched. Thousands of residents were left without electricity throughout the day, subjecting them to stresses associated with exposure to excessive heat. No official explanation has been given for the cause of the explosion that left some estimates over 13,000 people without power throughout the day. Two large black clouds of smoke rolled over the city as the power outages continued through the morning. We're getting this all over the place. I think it has a lot to do with the electromagnetic warfare that they're doing on the people. More news about the corrupt so-called government. The CDC admits 98 million Americans received polio vaccine in an 8-year span when it was contaminated with cancer virus. This come out today. The CDC has quickly removed a page from their website, which is now attached here, admitting more than 98 million Americans received one or more doses of the polio vaccine within an 8-year span when a proportion of the vaccine was contaminated with cancer-causing SV40. 10 to 30 million Americans could have received the SV40 contaminated dose of the vaccine. These always come out way later, after the fact, after it's too late. This report came out in 2013. Just more evidence that they're testing on the people. Who's the biggest polluter on the planet? How about the U.S. military's world's largest polluter? Hundreds of bases gravely contaminated, producing more hazardous waste than the 5 largest U.S. chemical companies combined. The U.S. Department of Defense have left its toxic legacy throughout the world in the form of depleted uranium, oil, jet fuel, pesticides, defoliants like Ancient Orange, lead, among other. Remember, they just found the Ancient Orange up underneath the lake. I think that was up in either Oregon or Washington. Over and over again, the military has conducted dangerous biowarfare experiments on Americans. On September 20, 1950, a U.S. Navy ship just off the coast of San Francisco used a giant hose to spray a cloud of microbes into the air, into the city's famous fog. You know, we always call it the Kim fog over there on the West Coast. The military was testing how a biological weapon attack could affect 800,000 residents of the city. The people of San Francisco had no idea. The Navy continued the test for 7 days, potentially causing at least one death. It was one of the large-scale biological weapon trials that would ever be conducted under a germ warfare testing program. The program went on from 20 years, from 1949 to 1969. The goal was to deter the use of biological weapons against the United States and its allies and retaliate if deterrence failed. See, these things, they don't come out till, 35, 40 years later after the fact. Here's an AC-119 flying boxcar, one type of plane used to release chemicals. You know, how old does that plane look? They've been doing it forever. We're just the lab rats. Looks like they talk about the story that happened about the cancer being, or the radiation sprayed out on the people of St. Louis. Anyway, all these links will be in the description sometime after the show. U.S. Army to deploy laser and hypersonic weapons by 2022. They already have all this stuff. This is already going. More pilot whales dying. Dozens of dead mammals found beached. This happened up in Iceland. Dozens of dead beach whales have been spotted by sightseers during the helicopter flight over western Iceland. Remember what we had? There was ship tracks up there, some rare ship tracks, and bunker fuel was being deployed at this very same time. Same thing we see on the west coast. So many dead whales are washing up on the west coast that NOAA is pleading for help. We know what's going on out there in the west coast, man. There's hundreds and hundreds of weather modification boats out there dropping the bunker fuel. We show it every night. In fact, tonight we have a new spot that they are dropping the bunker fuel in a completely different region. I've never seen them do it there. Maybe one or two, but no, they got a big operation going on way down south. I was looking at some of the drone technology. Drones with flamethrowers are a thing, and you can buy them now. Pretty crazy here. The TF-19 Wasp drone attachment is capable of shooting targets with flames from 25 feet away. Every gallon of fuel capacity will get you 100 seconds of firing time. So pretty crazy stuff. You got a drone that relies on AI to dodge objects thrown at it. See, they're going to try to counter when the AI take over and we're fighting against actual machines. They're trying to get the technology to fight back. More of the flesh-eating disease after a trip to Panama City Beach. Man, this stuff just keeps coming out. Oh man, I don't even want to look at that. The oceans are toxic. Thailand police lay down their weapons, join protesters to fight the power. Instead of blocking the protesters, the police laid their weapons down and declared a truce. It reported by a true activist website, we learned the gathering protesters explained that their goal is to destroy the political machine of former Prime Minister, who is accused of widespread corruption and abuse of power. That's going on worldwide. Nice to see somebody getting a win. Al Gore made nearly $200 million from the global warming scam. Likely to become the first carbon billionaire. You know, the whole earth, according to him, should have been cooked, you know, years ago. This guy is a fraud. So is this guy down here. So what's going to happen now? Now the nation's first carbon tax could be enacted in Massachusetts. Democrats are talking about whether to hold a presidential primary debate focused on climate change alone. Here we go with the left and the right paradigm. They're all psychopaths. Europe bans airport body scanners for health and safety concerns. Well, they damn sure ain't gonna do that here, man. They dose everybody with the radiation anytime you want to take a flight. Now they're saying the air conditioners are slowly killing us. According to research from the University of Wisconsin, increased use of the air conditioner may be making a bad problem even worse. Scientists forecast additional 13,000 human deaths annually caused by high levels of particulate matter in the summer, and another 3,000 caused by ozone in the eastern United States. About 1,000 extra deaths per year could be the result of increased fossil fuel powered air conditioning. Bullshit. How about all the Sahara dust being blown over here? How about the bunker fuel operations? See, they look for anything, man. They're trying to come up with anything to blame this stuff on. Recall issued for certain sandwiches and salads sold at Target and the fresh market. The company is recalling containers of Archer Farms egg brand egg salad. Man, that's kind of hard to say. Tuna salad, lobster salad. This will be in the description. If you eat any of this stuff, all the little codes there will be in there. Florida beach lightning strikes, leaves 1 critical condition, 7 others injured. Man, everybody's getting, this is like, I don't even know how many times I reported on these lightning strikes. Why is there more lightning? It's all the aerosols in the air. It's making everything more electrified. Then you got all the electromagnetics. All the cell phone towers. So, wow. It's just getting, like you got to dodge the lightning bolts. Oh yeah, we already looked at the ice crystals. That's the thing. Alright, let's jump into the 16-day forecast. I know that was a lot of news, but hey, man, we got to cover it. Here we are looking at the total precipitation for the next 16 days. I told you there's going to be a change. Not a whole lot of flooding going on here. Just a little bit there in Kentucky or Tennessee. Right there at the border. Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. A little bit of, you know, nothing real big right now. Let's go ahead and go to the forecast here. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Let's take this sucker on back. All right, here we go. Wow, what's wrong with the map, man? It don't look right. All right, I guess this is the map. What's going on here? It don't look, it's like they changed it or something. All right. Well, here we go. Let's do the 16-day forecast. We're going to jump up 6 hours at a time. We'll check the Canadian model. This is the GFS model. And then during the week, we'll factor in all the weather modifications as they come. So here we go. Let's go on up into Monday. Here's a freak storm that just hit us here in Missouri. Looks like we're going to get hit again tomorrow. Take this on up. It's going to go right down into southern Missouri. And you also have a little storm. Hold on, I gotta get everything situated here. So you're gonna have another storm going up through the Ohio Valley into Pennsylvania, New York. This is still on Monday. Still looking at Monday. It's gonna all go right on up into the Northeast. Boston's gonna get hit. Everybody's going to get hit. Delaware, New Jersey. Some severe storms. Not super bad, but definitely a little bit of severe storms. A little bit of stuff popping off there in New Mexico, Arizona, and Texas. Here we are on Tuesday. Still going through Tuesday. See, this is going to be a little different pattern. We got this high pressure parked over the center of the United States. You got the Bermuda high pressure out there. You got the Sahara dust blowing in, so there's not going to be any hurricanes to form. Now there may be over in the Pacific, but they're going to stay way low. There's no troughs in the jet stream. They have it bypassing the United States. So we're going to go on up another wave of rain for the whole, I mean, from Texas all the way up to Maine. Still on Tuesday. Here we are on Wednesday. Still some lingering showers. Might even be some severe storms for Georgia, South Carolina. And then we got some pop-off storms going right up. That's not the center. I don't even know what to call this area. But going up through Arizona, Utah, Idaho. You know, they got the cloud, you know, the antennas we just looked at, the rocket launchers. And it's not going to last long. Here we are on Wednesday. See, the trails are going to be light because there's not going to be a lot of storms. All the trails are going to be out ahead of these storms. Florida, you're looking at a little bit more rain here on Wednesday the 24th. Right up here, though, in Canada, there's going to be like a land cyclone developed. Look at these wind isobars. It's going to be a wind event. Let's take this up. Here we are on Thursday, July 25th. So it's going to be really light. The temperatures are going to be a lot cooler. And then we get up here on Friday, July 26th. More storms for Colorado, New Mexico, Nevada, Utah. Kind of sticking around for just a little bit. July 26th. Little hot little storm right down there in Florida. Same area. See, they kind of hit the same areas over and over. Here we are, Saturday, July 27th. This is really a not really a big time rain event, this 2-week forecast here. Severe storms here on July 28th for North Dakota, South Dakota, going on up into Minnesota. So this is going to be like a nice little break, but we got severe weather up there in Canada. Here's some more pretty good storms on July 30th. Right over Arkansas, Nebraska, Kansas. Look at this map, man. It's just so clear. Now we got a low pressure here, but where's all the storms? Here's some over here on the 31st. They've done something to this map. This map is different. Here we go on to the 31st. Remember that land cyclone I was telling you about? Here it is. Up in Canada, up in Alberta. Look at that pressure, 985, 988. Look at that, winds. I mean, this is going to be a big time wind event for you guys up there. Snow, heavy rain, flooding rains. Maybe it'll get all the fires put out. A little hot storm there in Wisconsin here on July 31st. I'm just going to kind of scroll this up a little faster, man. There's not a lot going on. Let's go ahead and take this on. Here's August 1st. Severe storms up in Canada. Still a wind event. Same areas are going to keep on starting these storms. We're going to have to see where the bunker fuel operations are. So it looks like they're getting ready to drought us out now. We'll check the temperature maps also. So we're all actually pretty clear. A little bit of rain getting ready to form out there off the west coast, but you know they'll eat that away. Little hurricane development down in the southern Pacific there. This is on August 4th. So just go on up, man. Pretty some severe storms probably there for Colorado here on the 5th. Same areas been getting hit over and over and over. South Dakota, North Dakota. Minnesota, going on over into Wisconsin, and then into Detroit. This is for August 5th and 6th. Finally going to get a little bit of rain up here in Washington, Oregon on the 6th. You know what? We're going to start watching for fires. They're probably getting ready to set the fires. That's why we're not seeing a lot of rain here. Let me back this up. Let's just do a quick look on the Canadian model. So I'm just going to kind of hopefully go through this pretty quick. We'll check the temperatures. We'll check the earth null. We'll get all the, see what's going on with the wind patterns. Well, maybe. Alright, so here is our Canadian model. It's going to probably be, you know what, screw that. It's just not loading real good. Let's go ahead and check the temperatures. We should be cooling off. We should stay cooled off for a while. Maybe the rest of the summer. Who knows? At least for the next couple of weeks. Get through this last little bit of heat. Then we're going to have this big cool down, big high pressures everywhere. Yeah, that storm's not going to do nothing, man. There's dust coming in. In fact, I'll get that ready. You got this Sahara dust problem going on. It'll eat away any kind of hurricane unless they completely fabricated it. But the dust will slow it down. So let me get this to load. We want to look at the dust coming in. We've been getting inundated with this Sahara dust. That's why we're getting, you know, on top of the chemtrails giving us the, you know, chemtrail cough. We got this. This is some toxic dust coming in, toxic sand. This is going to blow apart any kind of hurricane that tries to form. It killed out, you know, any hurricane. All this dust got all the way over here in the Pacific, and it just disintegrated that hurricane. You know, the meteorologists will tell you that this will help. No, it don't help. It actually can overseed the sky. This thing don't go up very far, man. It's running really crappy. So it'll be another timing issue with the development that they're calling a invest. In fact, we could actually go, I could show you their forecast models on that. They're spaghetti models. It's going to be a nothing burger. The only way this thing will turn into something is if they really crank some stuff up. Alright, so let's go down here. I can't remember if it's the 94L. Yeah, so here is their models. Let's go ahead and check this. So they got this thing forming out here towards the Caribbean. And it's just it's not gonna happen, man. We got too much dust coming in. You got the Bermuda high pressure over here. The jet stream's not gonna, you know, there's no trough to suck that thing this way. It's not going to form. The only way that's going to form is if they make it form. Let's check the temperatures. I'm on the Canadian. Let's go ahead and get back to it. We'll just use a GFS tonight. Wow, the tropical tidbits page is running pretty slow. Oh, here, let's get up on to today. There we go. Here we are today. Alright, so here comes our cooler air. It's still going to be hot there in the Northeast and down there in Texas, but you're going to get a little break here. The real hot's going to be down there in the Bajas, Arizona, but they don't have the humidity like we all have. So look at these nice cooler temperatures. So pretty damn nice. for quite a while. I mean, it looks like we're going to be pretty good for a while. That looked like a pretty good little heat wave. Not super bad, but a little one. That's been the target zones. So yeah, man, it's not going to be too bad for quite a while. Ooh, what was that? That looked bright. So it looks like here on Monday, July 29th, man, it's going to hit some super high temperatures. You're looking at 112 at the border of California, Nevada, Arizona. So hopefully you don't have no humidity that day, because that would be ridiculous. But everybody else could be pretty cool. So, yeah. All right, I think, oh, we'll check one more thing, so that you could get the whole scope of these storms and what they're doing here. I really want this on that. All right, look at the high pressure system out here up in the Pacific, man. That's monstrosity. Now we know the bunker fuel operations are right down here. They're right in here, and then they're way over here by Russia. That's going to be where they split sections of this off to create storms. We got this huge high pressure. So let me just kind of, we'll get this to load so I can just kind of move it around. It's weird, man. Tropical Tidbits is running slow. Usually this thing runs pretty damn fast. Stream's looking good. Let's just hope they don't guide the atmospheric river up through the Midwest this winter. I mean, it just blows my mind. What would have happened if they did the atmospheric river steering, all the flooding we got? Just imagine if that was snow. There would have been probably hundreds of feet of snow. It would have been biblical, like insane. Wow, I can't believe how long this thing is taking. Thanks everybody out there for joining us, and everybody, thanks for the super chat. I didn't even see them. Patrick, thanks, much love. HG Huckabee, thanks, much love. Cassandra, much love. Thanks for helping us keep this operation going. And it definitely helps, man. We couldn't afford to do these videos without your guys' help, man. It costs $350 to $450 a month for me to do one video a night. I don't have no other choices for satellite internet but the one I got. And they charge us by the gig after a certain point and rip us off. That's what they do to people off grid. They get you in the pocketbook. The electric company, same way. I had an electric bill this winter that was over $1,000. I had one that was $700. Yeah, they rip you off. And now what they do, the electric company, if you use your electricity between 5 o'clock in the afternoon and 9 o'clock at night, they charge you quadruple for that time frame. It's ridiculous, man. And it's not like you can go get another light company. It's the only one. And that's how they're trying to get people, man. They want to get you where you can't afford to live out in the country. They want you in the stack and pack housing. I'm not going to do it, man. I'm going to live my days out here. They can kiss my ass. All right, finally got this thing to look at these twin. I can't remember what they call the two hurricanes at once, but they're going to call it. So we got two hurricanes developing down here in the southern Pacific. But they're not going to hit nothing, man. They're not going to hit nothing that'll affect anybody here in the United States. They're not going to hit Hawaii or nothing like that. But yeah, we're going to have twin rotations down there. We can take it back to this storm they're trying to, I don't think they're conjuring up anything here. We got rain coming in. Hey, thanks out there, Bamboo, out there on the PayPals. Yeah, so I don't think they're going to be able to conjure anything up. We got the dust coming in on us. Let me bring over the worldview map. I was checking it out earlier. Oh, got to show you the ship tracks. The bunker fuel operations. Why are they still out there if there's not a bunch of rain coming? They've lightened up a lot. Where are they? Oh, they're way over here. Look, they're out here. They're out here off the, really close to the Russia area. Up here in the Bering Sea, right there, these lines. Here's the Aleutian Island chains where my mouse is running. You got some ship tracks inside the Bering Strait. But yeah, they're mainly way over here in the Pacific. Got some grid patterns going right here. Yeah, there's a lot of ships. So it's like they move the whole shipping operation all at once. Like, how fast are these ships? But check this out. Let me get down here in South America. Out here off the coast of Argentina. Look at this. Look at these ship tracks. This is rare. Hey, thanks there, Fed Up. And Patrick, much love. Look at these ship tracks, man. They're standing out like a sore thumb. These are rare. So something is going on with the weather down here. We see clouding seeding operations all the time. We're seeing them pulling the atmospheric river up here in Argentina. There's cloud seeding going on right now. Look at Chile, man. They got cloud seeders out off the coast, but now you got a big ass shipping operation out here. Bunker fuel being deployed. Even way out here. So the other countries are starting to take notice that the bunker fuel works really good. So they're going to do it. It's a big, weather warfare is a big business. So we're looking pretty clear there in Washington. Couple random sprayers. Nothing too big. We'll click to layer. Yeah, not a whole lot. Just a few spraying. Few in Oregon. They're hard to see. You got to zoom in to see them. They're just not spraying real heavy because they're going to dry us out. Now, if they're getting ready to start some fires, we're going to be seeing the aerosols. Look, there's some aerosols all over California. Chico, you're getting sprayed. You know, we can follow the world events by the spraying operations. We just seen the next 16 days are going to be pretty light rain. No need for chemtrails. No need for the aerosols. Where's the aerosols at right now? Where the storms are. I mean, we got sprayed here in Missouri today. Uh-oh, I hear the thunder. The thunder is rolling. A lot of microwaves going on here in Missouri. Yeah, they always spray out ahead of these, so you know, all this is getting bombarded. Michigan, you're getting hammered again. Look at Lake Michigan. They're getting hammered with the trails and the microwaves. Wisconsin, you're getting sprayed. Minnesota, you're getting sprayed all the way up into Canada, right at the border. So any little rain event, I bet we can't even have a rain event. What is this stuff? You can't have a rain event without them spraying the chemtrails. It's just, it's the way it works. So what I'd be looking for over the next couple weeks is a dry out. We're going to have to be looking for fires. They're going to start popping the engineered fires off. Look at that dust. There's a dust coming off. We can actually see it. It wasn't too bad, and wham, look at all that dust in the all that nasty PM 2.5s, PM 10s is headed away. Heavy aerosols over France, over Ireland, over the UK. UK is getting bombarded. Netherlands getting bombarded. Germany. Ooh, do we have a spraying operation over here? That would be super rare. What do we got over here? We gotta let this clear up. No, I have not heard from one single farmer. Nobody. Now, I know, you know, I'm not some million sub channel, but I guarantee somebody in Missouri, I live in Missouri, some farmer in Missouri, some farmer in Iowa, somebody listens to the show or has relatives that listen to the show, and still no contact from anybody. The only contact I've got is from a person that works at FEMA. So there's got to be a gag order on these farmers. I'll have to look on my schedule to see if I'm driving up to Omaha this week. If I am, I'm going to stop at the one gas station that's open, and I'm going to find out. I seen him cutting checks to a couple guys that look like farmers. FEMA was still there. They're still staged there. So no word from any of the farmers. They're still all missing. No word from any of the people from the tornadoes. So yeah, man, it's pretty mind-blowing that not one person emailed me to tell me how their relatives are dealing with the floods. You know, it's going to take months and months for the waters to recede that far. Hey, thanks there, Ricky Moore. All the same things are going on down here in Australia. The weather programs, the intentional fires, the intentional forced vaccinations. Big spraying operation there. Right where they got flooded. Alright, let's jump out of this. Let's go ahead, and while we're here, we might as well check the ocean, see if it's got any kind of wave. It looks pretty light, except for right there under Australia. You got some pretty good sized waves. As far as us, nothing. Let's go ahead and check the sea surface temperatures. What's going on with that? I don't know where the people went, man. It's blowing my mind. Wow, look at this hot spot right here. That's some hot water. What are we looking at here? 89.4 degrees, the water. Now, if that don't lead to some algae bloom, I don't know what will. That's probably the highest I've ever seen it. That purple. That's off the charts. What's going on over here? Gulf of Mexico. You're primed up for hurricane season. But there's too much dust in the air. And the jet stream. Check the anomalies. Temperature anomalies. Wow. Still, look, it's starting to go down a little bit here in the Bering Sea. So there's definitely a pattern change going on. We got some colder water. The super hot heat anomaly is starting to dwindle down. What are they doing? So definitely doing a change. Hey, thanks out there, Diane. So let's go ahead and check the carbon monoxide. Still see the fires up here in Alaska. Look at that fire line. Holy crap. Look over in Russia, man. Russia is burning up. So you got mega toxic air, mega fires over in Mongolia, Russia. That's just China's air. Look at that. That's horrible. Southern California, you got a pretty high spot down there. The Northeast. all bad. Let's go ahead and check the carbon dioxide. Man, there's a big nasty flume. And you always see it high over here because this is where all the chemtrails are like stacking up. So yeah, everything actually looks a little better on this one. And here we are. Here's our sulfur dioxide. And look, we can see, you know, I just showed you the ship tracks. They're not following the shipping lanes. They're doing weather modification. They're doing, you know, they're doing some kind of changing the Earth's climate. And here we go. Here's the PM 2.5s. Here was put on the PM 10. So this dust will be carrying tons of the particulate matter. The PM 10s, 10 microns, really nasty. The smaller the microns, though, these are the bigger, but it's the nasty stuff. Look at that. It's all backed up there in the east, down here in the Gulf. All just stuck down there. Let's check the PM 2.5s. The smaller particulates, the more deadly, the more carcinogenic they are. It's really been high there in the Bajas for a while. Down here in southern Texas, been really bad. Check the PM1s. And there you go. So you got really bad air up in Canada, Alaska, the Bajas, in southern Texas, northern New Mexico, or I mean, I'm not even sure what you'd call that, but man, it's really bad down there. All right, let's go ahead and check the Cirrus layer. And you know, these storms we're getting here today, tomorrow, these storms are producing like 6 to 8 inches of rain, man. There's no such thing as a normal rainstorm. Look at all the bunker fuel right there. These storms are producing way more rain. You know, normally in July, August, you don't get a whole lot of rain. And when you do, it's like half-inch amounts would be a good rain. Not 8 inches, not 6 inches, not 3 inches. We're still flooded here in Missouri. They just released enough water just this weekend that one road is finally not underwater, but man, it's just covered with all kinds of crap. So let's see what we I can already see the spraying operations through Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, going on up. Then you see the other spraying operations up there in Boston, New York, New Jersey. Now this storm yesterday, man, did some freaky stuff. It come down through Iowa, went right over to St. Louis, and did it started going west. I mean, it was just the freakiest thing I ever seen. And now it's, you know, just fired back up in the same spot. These weather patterns are all freaked out. You know, that's something I forgot to look at, was the wind patterns. But look at this. The whole United States is like turning in one big circular motion. That's not normal. That's not normal at all. Wow, that is just freaky. It's like the whole United States is spinning clockwise. But yet the storms are flowing backwards. They're being pulled back. All right, guys. So anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and call this a show. I want to thank everybody out there that helps us out. Thanks everybody that shares this information. If you didn't check out that Arizona town hall meeting that I uploaded late last night. Everybody needs to watch that, share that out. That's what we need people doing. We need people to come together. There's hundreds of, Facebook groups out there and neighbor groups that could come together, go to these town hall meetings and force the issue. Need to turn off the mainstream. Get everybody to quit watching mainstream TV. Quit shopping at Walmart. That's the only way we're going to make a difference. We need numbers of people and quit buying their poison products. Quit flying in planes. Don't take a plane nowhere. Anyway, guys, much love. The storm's getting ready to hit. I just seen the lightning hit. It's going to take us offline anyway. So anyway, guys, we'll hit the song Rise. We'll hit a couple songs. And oh, that video was, I think, from 2014 down in Arizona. Anyway, guys, much love. We'll see you tomorrow night, God willing. See if we get through these songs before the weather takes us out. Anyway, guys, much love.